The 1976 Summer Paralympics were held in Canada for the first time in Toronto, Ontario, as the 5th Games ever. The first Summer Paralympics held in Rome in 1960, and they were developed from the ideas of Sir Ludwig Guttmann after he hosted an event for war veterans with spinal cord injuries in England. The first time Canada participated in the Paralympic Games was in 1968 in Israel. Although we refer to these games as the Paralympics, they didn't adopt the name until 1984. Before then, they were named by the host cities. The 1976 Games were referred to as the Toronto Olympiad for the physically disabled and happened in Canada due to the efforts of Dr. Robert Jackson. The Games took place from August 3rd to 11th, and in 1976, it was the first Games that included athletes with an amputation or who were visually impaired, as well as the first Games to use specialized racing wheelchairs.
So how do the Paralympics work? To ensure equitable competition, the Paralympics have a clear classification system. There are 10 eligible impairments, which are divided into 3 distinct groups: physical impairments, visual impairments, and intellectual impairments. Different sports cater to provide opportunities for specific impairments. Arnie Bolt was only 3 years old when he lost his leg in a farm accident. At 18 years old, he competed for Canada in the 1976 Toronto Games in both high jump and long jump. Bolt not only secured the gold medal in both events, but also cleared a record-breaking 1.86 meters to set the Paralympic world record in the high jump.
Bolt makes it on his final try to set a new world's record in the amputee high jump of 1.86 meters.
As if that wasn't enough, he also broke the world record in long jump with an impressive 2.96 meters. Soon after his outstanding performance, Bolt was inducted into the Canada Sports Hall of Fame in 1977. But Arnie's career wasn't over yet. 20 years after his retirement, he competed in the 2010 Paralympics in cycling as the oldest member of the Canadian team.
Doris Chopdane was a female athlete who competed in swimming and lawn bowling during the 1976 Games. She won 4 gold medals for swimming in medley, breaststroke, and backstroke. She was one of the highest multi-medalists for Canada in Toronto.
Eugene Reimer is from Abbotsford, British Columbia. He lost function in his legs due to contracting polio. He competed in weightlifting, archery, swimming, basketball, volleyball, and athletics. At the 1976 Toronto Olympiad, he won 3 silver medals and 1 bronze medal in athletics. He finished his career in 1980. He had won over 50 national medals and 10 international medals, 5 of them being gold. He was inducted into the BC Sports Hall of Fame in 1993 and was the first athlete to be inducted for a second time as an individual athlete.
The 1976 Games consisted of competition in 13 different sports. These events saw 1,657 athletes competing from 41 different nations. There were boycotts and bans associated with these games. The country of Rhodesia was not allowed to participate because the Canadian government refused to grant visas to these athletes. Several countries decided to boycott these games due to the participation of South Africa. There was new technology at these games with the construction of sports wheelchairs and the creation of sports prosthetics. The United States finished in first with a total of 155 medals, the Netherlands in second, and Israel in third. Our host nation Canada had 89 athletes compete for the country, and they finished in 6th place. The medals from the Games were presented by members of the Girl Guides of Canada. The front had a motif of 6 petals coming together, crowned by the words, "Everyone wins." Around the motif are words "Toronto Olympiad" written in English and Braille. The end of these Games for Canada placed them in 6th for both gold medals and total medals among all nations in all games.
The 1976 Summer Paralympics in Toronto marked a significant turning point in the history of adaptive sport. These Games, the 5th in Paralympic history and the first hosted in Canada, expanded participation criteria, embracing athletes with various impairments. Despite challenges such as boycotts and funding issues, the event surpassed expectations, drawing significant attendance and showcasing technological advancement in sport wheelchairs and prosthetics. Today, the Paralympics continue to evolve, leveraging technology to ensure inclusivity and enrich the experience for athletes with disabilities.